the isolated forests of the East, a woodcutter named Ali Baba spent his days scraping together a meager living. Every morning followed the exact same rhythm: gather wood, load the donkey, and walk to the city to sell his haul for pennies. That quiet routine shatters when a cloud of dust signals 40 heavily armed men. Outnumbered and terrified, Ali Baba abandons his donkey and scrambles up a nearby tree to hide. From the branches, he watches the leader approach a solid rock face and shout a password. The impenetrable stone grinds and slides open, revealing a pitch-black entrance leading deep into the earth. Inside that darkness lies a staggering stockpile of wealth. It is a massive vault overflowing with silver ingots, bolts of rare silk, and mountains of gold coins violently stolen from merchant caravans. Ali Baba steps across the threshold, fills 3 sacks with gold, and heads home.
By claiming a piece of that hoard, he knowingly paints a target on his own back and ties his fate to a highly organized, lethal criminal syndicate. When he drops the heavy sacks onto his living room floor, his wife is completely stunned. They are staring at more concentrated wealth than their entire lineage has ever seen. To comprehend exactly how much capital they now control, she needs a measuring bowl. She decides to borrow one from Ali Baba's brother, Qassim, a notoriously greedy merchant who keeps a close eye on his neighbors. Qassim suspects something is off. Before handing the bowl over, he smears a thick layer of honey into the bottom of the wood, knowing it will catch residue of whatever they are counting. When the bowl is returned, a single heavy gold coin remains glued to the bottom. Qassim now holds physical proof of his brother's hidden wealth. The mechanical trap has worked, giving the greedy merchant the leverage he needs to demand a share of the secret. Qassim marches to Ali Baba's house and threatens to report him to the authorities unless he hands over the exact coordinates of the cave and the password to unlock it. Armed with the magic words, Qassim enters the cavern alone. Surrounded by endless chests of jewels and expensive fabrics, he becomes completely blinded by his own greed, rolling in the treasure and loading up as many heavy sacks as he can physically carry. But when it is time to leave, his brain short-circuits. Panic sets in under the pressure, and he completely forgets the specific command needed to open the stone door. The bandits return to find an intruder trapped inside their vault. They show zero mercy, executing Qassim on the spot and leaving his remains behind as a gruesome warning. Ali Baba quietly ventures out, recovers his brother's body, and absorbs Qassim's merchant business, bracing his family for the inevitable fallout. Qassim's death removes the buffer between the woodcutter and the criminals. Ali Baba is now the only person outside the gang who knows the password, making his survival a direct threat to the bandits' operation. Back at the cave, the bandit leader notices his hoard is still shrinking. Realizing the security breach goes beyond Qassim, he deploys a spy into the city to track down anyone displaying sudden wealth. The spy identifies Ali Baba's home, painting a stark red mark on the door to guide assassins. Spotting the symbol, Ali Baba's wife deduces it's a tactical beacon. Instead of washing it off, she systematically paints the exact same red symbol on every single door. By flooding the neighborhood with false data, she completely blinds the strike team. The bandits arrive to find an impossible target, forcing them to abort the raid and rethink their infiltration strategy. The bandit leader decides to execute the assassination himself. He sheds his armor, adopts the disguise of a traveling oil merchant, and knocks on Ali Baba's door. He requests lodging for the night. Ali Baba welcomes him in as an honored guest, allowing the merchant to park 40 massive clay jars directly inside his private courtyard. Only one of those jars actually holds oil. Inside the other 39 vessels, shadowy armed assassins sit cramped in the darkness, waiting for a midnight signal to strike. The heavy wooden doors of the compound are locked from the inside. The external threat has successfully bypassed the perimeter, turning Ali Baba's own home into an inescapable trap. Late that evening, while preparing food in the kitchen, Ali Baba's wife approaches the courtyard. Through the thick clay, she hears faint, impatient whispers, asking if it is time to attack. She does not scream or wake her husband. Instead, she builds up the kitchen fire and boils a massive cauldron of oil. Moving methodically through the dark courtyard, she silently pours the scalding liquid directly into the narrow clay jars, neutralizing the assassins trapped inside. At midnight, the bandit leader sneaks out to give his signal. He checks the jars, discovers his entire elite strike force has been eliminated, and flees the city in absolute terror. The bandit leader never returned to the town. Ali Baba and his family used the wealth to grow the merchant business and provide for the city's poor, ensuring the stolen gold finally served a productive purpose.